The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Welcome back.
This is your name be conversation. How are you?
Hello, episode 5.
Wow,
Whoa.
we just started.
Yeah, this is it's only up from here.
Right.
It is only up from here.
Right. I just went to go see my nail tech today. Period. Tips by 90. But she's like, "How is everything?" I've been watching. I'm like, "Cause period, girl."
I got confronted over the weekend about something I said on the pod, and I was like, "Ooh."
But mind your business.
But
You
they
ain't
were like, "Girl,
business.
it's from." Shout out to Ashley, but it was
Of course.
right. She was like, "You said this, but really you be doing this," and I'm like,
I'll be trying to say nothing, but
Ashley,
it's okay.
Little Virgo, go mind your business, because yeah, that's true. I can't put all my business on the World Wide Web.
No, for real. Hey, right. Period. No, but
And
I
she
love-
had me too, because I was like, "Oh, yeah, I do that."
No, right.
But I'm not going to tell everybody I do that, because
Exactly.
you all know I do that.
Exactly. I'm trying to live through me too.
This is like the main character.
Right.
You know, not the spiraling version.
No, right. But definitely appreciate you just watching and just
know.
like
Thanks for all the
I
love.
love the conversations. Like
It's so fun.
no, right, it is. Not we're podcasters.
We're podcasters.
Yeah.
On the pod.
Catch us on A&B Conversation.
AB Combo 19. Episode 5.
So,
I feel like this episode, this topic is something me and you like, the last thing we like hardcore bonded over, because we've been talking about it so much and applying it to so much that it's just like, I love it though. Like I
Same.
live life through this, over this, with this. Like it's just.
I think this has been my series of events as of recently, showing me exactly what.
Right. It's come here. Full circle moments.
No, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Unattachment, law of detachment.
Mm-hmm. Trying to keep yourself detached.
Yeah. In the most positive way.
In the most positive way. I feel like that kind of is going to keep your peace. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you will have zero peace if you put people up to certain standards that they're not going to meet. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I know we have a friend that she'll say something she needs in a friendship is being able to tell people about themselves, which for me is the opposite of what I need in a friendship, because you are in your lane, in your life, in your soul, in your spirit, in your journey, and I'm in mine.
Exactly.
So you can't be on the outside looking in, telling me what the inside feels like or needs to be doing.
Exactly. I feel like that's was always one of my problems also with like being attached to situations, because I have fully attached myself in the way that like I want to step in somebody else's shoes. So automatically you feel attached to it because you felt the feelings that you would feel. But you kind of got to take that step back and kind of look at it from that outside perspective, not in the shoes of another person, because you're never going to be that person.
Be in them, yeah. And I feel like it's such a blessing. Like I know, like there's been days when you've had a bad day, and like, or I've had a bad day, and we're just like, this was what was meant to be for our day. Like even when we've been in the thick of some horrible things, I guess this is what was meant to happen. And I'm like, I'm just grateful to be a part of your journey. You're just grateful to be a part of my journey, and like, of course, I wish the world for you, but whatever that means for you and whatever God's plan, the universe's plan is for you, is what I wish for you.
Exactly.
Not like, God, I hope you do this. I want you to do this. I want you to be this way. Because it's not.
Right. You're trying to make decisions for that person.
Yeah.
When I feel like I read something or whatever, and it was like, you're here to experience people, not control people.
100%.
And that was like, okay, like that makes sense. Like you want the best for that person.
100%.
Just like you said, you want the best for them. But like everybody has their journey.
And I think too, what you or like somebody else might think is the best for someone, it could be such a shortcoming. Like
exactly.
What some people have thought was the best for me was so little and a grain of salt compared to all of the things that I'm able to have and the things I'm able to gain and grow from. So it's limiting. Like
exactly. That's why you just have to be appreciative for the things
to be a part of people's journeys.
Exactly.
And especially because like one of my favorite lyrics one of my favorite Drake lyrics is like, it's a short life. And that's the truth. Like, this life is so short. So just to be so focused on other people's outcomes, I feel like it's just so distracting from what yours is. And maybe that's why some people are in other people's business and go so hard for like being able to tell their friends or check their friends. Like,
you shouldn't have to. Like, you know what I mean?
And
like,
you're not entitled to.
Exactly. All I've always tried to do for my friends is give them advice. What I would do, but like, I've had I've had to detach myself from like, you know, oh, you didn't do this? Oh, I'm not talking to you anymore. Oh, you didn't do this? Oh, okay, well, I guess I'm never telling you anything ever again. Right. When it's like, nope. Shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, like, thanks for the energy, but no thanks.
But no.
Right, that's a hard thing, too, especially because, like, me and you were so vital in, like, our siblings' upbringing. So, like, for me, I know my hardest detachment was what I wanted the success for my brothers to be like, and the partners I wanted my brothers to have, and the health I wanted my brothers to have. But it's like, at the end of the day, that's their life, that's their journey.
Yeah.
And if I was meant to walk it, I would be them.
No, literally same. You're just meant to be that person that's going to be open and honest with them 100%. Without, like, burdening that with yourself, because it is a burden that you don't have to carry. Girl, I came to here listening to Bag Lady, and I was like, Erica, bitch, you did that. You did that, because I felt like it just made so much sense.
There.
Right. You're carrying all that baggage.
Circle.
Once you go into another life of another person with that same exact baggage, they don't want that shit. No. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to end up taking up their space too, with all the things that you're carrying that you don't have to.
Right.
Let it go. You were good without it. You'll be good if you don't have it anymore.
But that's, like, the even crazier part is, like, I know so many people who want to, like, help give unsolicited advice, like, say things out of turn or without considering they mean well. But meaning well is not doing well. And it becomes more harm than it is help when unsolicited advice, like, clearly when that person knows better, they will do better.
Right.
And if they don't, that is their life to
maybe
derail.
They don't want to do better.
Maybe they're not ready.
Or they just don't. They just want to live that same exact life.
They want to repeat the cycle. And maybe maybe, you know, like, we all know my past relationship, I had to repeat that cycle. A couple too many times. But that was for me to, you know, work through and move on from. And now I am a smitten kitten.
Right.
Like, better. Thank you. Next.
No. Period. But honestly, like, you know what I mean? You don't know what you don't know. I always say that. I literally probably say that.
And when it's meant for you to know, you will know. You're not going to know and learn it from someone. Like, it's like when someone's like, learn from my mistakes. Those were yours.
Mistakes. And I probably wouldn't do the same things that you would do either.
I think that on such a surface level, when people are like, you should do this. And I'm like, if your hair looks like this, if your nails look like that, why do you think I would be taking advice from you? And it could be like someone that means so well. I got some love. There are people that I'm like, you are extremely unwell on the outside.
Right.
Don't bring that over here.
Right. Or we just don't, like, you know what I mean? What's for you is for you.
Right.
What's for me is going to be for me.
100%.
We're all the same but different. Fucking apples, oranges, cantaloupe, peaches. Like, what the fuck? We're all different.
Definitely.
Coming from the same thing, but we're all different.
100%.
We're going to do different things. Like, you know what I mean?
If only people could just really seize that.
No,
Gobble that up.
Gobble
it up. Because
no, right.
If it was meant for you, you'd have it.
Exactly.
Which is really, I mean, I think, like, even, because you are a parent, you know, I'm not. Like, I can't imagine how hard it must be to implement that theory for, you know, for a kid.
It was so, like, parenting in general is really hard, especially when you're raised a certain way. Like, I feel like my parents were those kind of people. Like, you know, they attach themselves to everything. Right. Like, I didn't do this, you shouldn't do this, or I did do this, or so you shouldn't do this kind of thing. So, like, for me, like, it was hard to teach him a lot of things because I'm like, I'm raised that way, but that's not how I feel and how I think. So I used to yell at him, and then I used to, like, take a step back a second. Like, you know what I mean? Like, actually feel how you want to feel.
Right.
Like, you know, you do this because who am I? Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to interrupt his life with my fears and what I'm scared that's going to happen to him. All delusion, like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Things that is just in my head.
It's fear and anxiety
Right.
that you pass on.
Right. But just, it comes from love, yes.
Right.
But it doesn't always.
No, it limits him.
Deemed to be helpful.
He's still gonna have to go through trials, but then it'll just be later in life.
Exactly.
And maybe he won't be, physically under your roof or with the same routine. And
right. That may be a lot of men's problems too. Like they don't have to deal with a lot of things. Like mama's boys, for sure. Like you know what I mean? Like when you're so attached to that's like literally something I can't deal with. Like a mama's boy, because you're going to want that from me.
I'm like, just pass the baton, ma'am. Mother-in-law.
Right.
Meal?
Hell no.
Ma'am, pass the baton.
Right.
How does he like his drawers folded? What is his preferred meal?
Hell
he
no.
now needs me.
They get to, sometimes they're just like damaged in a way. Like, you know what I mean?
They're never not. They're messed up. And I'm like,
that scares me.
Love ya.
They could be psychopaths.
They are.
They usually
and
are.
we always have a great time.
That's what scares me. Because it's like you don't learn all these things growing up. You're handed all these things.
They're delayed trials.
Exactly.
And
and
they've been limited. I feel opposite. People who have experienced so much conflict and trial and hardship, I'm like, there's no boundaries. Because you're like, I survived it all. What's next? Like, whoop.
Right. Some people are like that and some people aren't. This is my favorite little family on TikTok. They're like the Williamson family. And they've got these two twins, Truthy and Oakland. Hey, girls. They're my favorite. They're two. And they're the cutest little twins. Sassy, the one has like sandy blonde hair.
Oh,
they're
cute.
both mixed.
Okay.
One has sandy brown hair.
Them.
And the other one. Yes, the one that I told you.
So familiar.
Yes. I sent you.
Yes, I'm like, I
sent you a video.
Ringing a bell.
But like the dad, like he grew up crazy terrible. His mom gave birth to him in an alley. Like they lived on the streets and stuff like that. And all he really wants to do is just give a better life to his kids. Like be a better person. So you know what I mean? Like he's been through
hell and back.
Terrible things. Yeah. You know what I mean? But those trials and tribulations, when you're a good person, like it doesn't have such a negative effect on you. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, everybody's different. Again, like, you know what I mean? You can't.
Or maybe,
everybody does.
It could just be delayed. You might just spiral and.
Or he went to fucking therapy like a real fucking person should.
I don't know, because me and you did therapy, and our therapist, I mean, thanks, but, like, thank you next again.
Yeah, she did me dirty, so, like.
Mine was just like, don't be pushy.
Right.
Don't push me, because I'll push back.
She's just like, do you have anything else to say? Okay, well, we can cancel next week if you ain't talking about shit. I'm like, damn, bitch.
Oh, mine was like, I'll see you next week. I don't feel like I need to speak to you next week or the week after.
Right. It was helpful when it was helpful, though.
Right, it did the job. It
brought me to a lot of conclusions that I needed to close the doors to.
Right,
so
that chapter.
No, that was good, though.
And then
I would do it again. So, like, you know what I mean? I would go to therapy again. I think everybody should.
Yeah.
You go check on your body. Like, why wouldn't you go and check on your brain?
That have older children, like children that are transitioning out of the home, like, that's so beneficial. Like, going from, like, embracing unattachment.
I really wish that I did go to therapy when I was 18, 19 years old. That would have definitely been
prime time.
Yeah. So go to therapy young.
As soon as possible. Go talk to someone unbiased and unattached to your journey and your outcome.
Then, like, shit, I got 10 extra years of shit that has happened.
Just under your belt. Under your belt. I think I was 8. I was 8 when I started therapy.
Really?
Inconsistently, 8. And then I definitely went back all through college.
I should have went when I was 8.
I remember. I feel like okay, maybe this is Sagittarius to me. Every therapist I have, they gained so much from me. Like, I really bring so much to the session. You now have so much insight.
Right.
There's actually a Scott Disick quote, and I love it. And he's like, I just realized I'm perfect, and everyone around me is messed up. Like, I'm paraphrasing it, but every time I go to therapy, that's how I feel. I'm like,
right.
I'm the only sane one, and
I'm doing the damn thing.
You're all welcome to have experienced me.
How are you? Right.
Like, my presence is a presence. Hello, you're just billing my insurance. Period, I just said that yesterday to somebody. My presence is a present.
It usually is.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
I think so too.
You know what I do love about the unattachment theory, though? It's, to me, the same, like, adopting and implementing that is the same as like for better or for worse. Like I'm here with you in your life, no matter the outcome.
Exactly.
I'm just like, and truly, I do feel so blessed to be a part of so many people's journeys, like, and their outcome is just like, however.
And I feel like that's a lot of personal growth with yourself as well. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of times when you aren't so attached and you put that, instead of putting that into somebody else, you put that in yourself. That's only helping you grow.
Have energy,
you know
but
what I mean?
That's also too, I think, why some people can't detach. It's like,
they're missing something.
They don't want to sit with themselves and realize like, okay, or two, it exposes some jealousy. Like they can use that type of unsolicited opinion. And I'm thinking more so in friendships, but like unsolicited opinion, like, to divert you from outgrowing them, to keep you still, to keep you in a cycle. But you gotta face the facts eventually, sooner than later. Like, and that's the sucky thing. Like, because then too, you're so attached to somebody else's what you desire for their outcomes to be, that when you don't even realize you're not living your life. You're so focused on somebody else's stuff.
Exactly. And you want to control other people's situations so bad because you can't control the situations that you have in your life.
Shame.
Let the church say amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. It just, I mean, what can you do?
We can work on your fucking self.
Go mind your business.
It's you and my business.
To me, even like as small as like a compliment, like for me, that's your perspective.
Right.
In most people that I've experienced in my life, your perspective is irrelevant or limited to what I've experienced. So like,
I appreciate it because, like I said, you don't know what you don't know. So I appreciate other people. I've always appreciated other people's opinions because, like, that's how I learned the base of. If I had to only learn from the things that went on in my life, some shit don't be happening to me. Like, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't know some shit. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't know a lot of things. So I'm okay listening to people and hearing what you have to say. I will take that in consideration. Like, I've used some things that I've learned through people in other conversations with other people. I feel like that's who I am as a person. Like, I take things from one situation and I can give it to other people. That's who I love to be for people. I love for people to be able to learn from me, even if it doesn't. It's not exactly from me.
It's not from you, right? You're you're the messenger,
exactly.
Right.
Because I crossed your path, you needed to hear this kind of thing. So like that's why I'll take anybody's opinion as long as you don't want me to like walk that path, or you don't want me to do. You
don't have an expectation of how I go, where I go with this, right? But see, that's the thing. Most people do. They want the credit, or they want an extra additive, or they want you to circle back and check in with them.
Narcissistic as fuck.
You're not that. I think I referenced it like a week or two ago on the podcast. One of the books that I read and I loved, and it really did help me. But it was Jen Atkins, Blowing My Way to the Top, and one of the chapters is, it's not about you. Really, it's not about you. Like, you're not that big of a fake of like a situation. You're not. I mean, in my I am the main character in my life. Right. Like, I am the world.
Right.
Everything.
But you understand that that's your life.
It's
like,
just
you know
my
what
life.
I mean?
And I don't even think about other people's lives so much in the fact of like the outcome. I'm just like, woo. Part of the journey. I see you in your lane. I'm over here in my lane, and you're running at a similar speed. Or you're running ahead of me, or some people are running behind me, but you're still, you're in the rear view. You're here.
We're both literally running. Like,
Make full sprint.
We are literally both doing the same exact thing,
100%.
the same concept. We're on this earth, like, just trying to live this
just
fucking life.
For peace
because
and
life
happiness.
be life, bitch. So, you know what I mean? We're all striving for something.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Or, you know.
Attachment really just leads to disappointment.
Yes, because you're putting people on a pedestal that you don't have to. It's unnecessary. It doesn't have to be like that.
No.
And, like, a lot of people, like, they think, like, just detachment is just, like, I don't care. But I don't care. You don't text me back. I don't care. But, like, and that is also a problem, too.
I feel like if you have that, feed that energy. Put that energy into something.
Like, put the real energy in. Actually don't give a fuck. Like, you
Please
know what I mean?
Don't.
That's
Please
crazy.
Please don't.
That's a crazy concept. Actually, don't give a fuck about it. Like, you know what I mean? If that person doesn't
Be
text you
grateful
back,
for the
fuck it.
experience.
Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Everybody's doing shit. Everybody has their own things and things they're doing and lives that they're fucking living. So what, they didn't text you back?
And
Move
it's
on,
an
go about your
experience.
day.
It's the times you did text, be grateful for that.
Yeah.
It's a short life.
Exactly. Ciao.
What a shame.
It is a shame. And it's scary a little bit.
It is. And see, that... start getting into my conspiracies, because I definitely feel like people have given me unsolicited advice when they realized I was outgrowing them, which has happened a lot. Like,
what is the big fucking deal?
You in your lane. Go fix that.
What's the
and then,
big
but
deal?
then see, because you know the Sagittarius me, I'm like, oh, we're giving opinions. Don't ever, like, because then I'm this big asshole. I've been labeled mean girl so many times. You opened the door, I kicked it in.
Right.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Right.
Yes. Don't do it.
Or argue about your own opinion on something. Like
I forget which song it was, but it was like, I don't get paid to argue with you. I don't. What do I gain from going back, like, from helping you change your mindset? I don't. And that's a part of my detachment.
Exactly.
Like, for so many things that I've had revelations about, I'm like, I do not get paid to help you fix your mindset.
Right.
Sit and spiral.
So it's like...
And I'll see you when you get back.
Exactly. But why do you... Like, you know what I mean? That'd be my question the most. Why does it matter to you?
They need the validation.
But why? What does that do?
Literally. Had that conversation with my ex-best friend. She had a roommate that constantly needed her validation. And she would then start nitpicking my ex-best friend because she wasn't getting validation or feedback or input. And she was just like, I am not, girl, wish you well.
Right.
Over to her.
But do your fucking thing.
Do whatever you want to do, but just don't keep bothering me with what you're going to do.
Right.
That is just crazy. That's even, I think, like, for me, the detachment for friends is what's really, like...
Yeah. Because you want to love them so bad, and you want to have their best interest. Their relationships got me. That's when I was like, okay,
we have had those conversations. Yeah.
Let me literally take a step back, and I've never looked back from that standpoint since. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I might pop my shit. Like, you know what I mean? Because I get mad at these niggas for y'all. I really do. But
it's like the saying, if you like it, I love it. If you want him to dog you, and I'm speaking from experience, for the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth time, that is for you to go through. And when you're done, I'm so excited for you to be done. Welcome back. The streets have missed you.
Right, because you were in fucking Club Delulu for fucking...
just beating up and playing house music up there.
No,
fist
literally.
pumping.
And it's just like, you can't help anybody that doesn't want any help.
I've tried. It is exhausting trying to help somebody that does not want help. It does nothing for you but make you resentful. And I feel like, you know, when it's like people, the saying how, like, beauty is from within the inside, like, resentment really makes people physically ugly. Yeah. I feel like everyone who's resentful has some type of, like, horrible posture. Resentment
you're
sits on your
holding
back.
Something on your back. 100%. No, for real.
And you're tired.
Of Notre Dame.
Resentful.
Yeah, he was mad as hell.
He was mad. He didn't get the girl.
I get it, but you know,
you got to keep it pushing.
You do
keep it pushing
because you keep it pushing without it. You're gonna be great after you don't have it anymore.
Now you just have like another experience under your belt.
Right.
It's like a life vest. Like
right.
You just wanted that one when really you could have had a whole boat.
Exactly. When me and my son's father broke up, I was very happy to experience it after that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
so worried where that was
going. Because, literally. I want to explain. Right. But it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, he taught me so many things. He taught me what to not ever put up with. He showed me a lot of red flags. What love wasn't and what love was. Like, you know what I mean? And I was so happy to move on and understand that. And that's how we co-parent so well.
Right. You guys do. I literally tell people it's like...
I was just at his house the other day cutting his hair, bitch. He asked for a haircut.
Best friends. BFFs for now.
I was like, scared. He trusts me.
Bold.
Yeah, but what I do, I wouldn't cut his hair. But anyway, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
We co-parent. We're
And
cool.
because of
like,
that
you know what I
experience
mean?
and that unattachment and
that detachment, we detached
moved
from each
on.
other and let whatever be.
Yeah.
We loved each other at once, and that's just that.
Yeah.
There's no woman alive that could worry about me and that man.
I can't imagine.
I'm the best baby mom ever. I'm the dream baby mom.
Hey, hello, enjoy. Be safe, safe travels.
We teach a class. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Brittany's masterclass, how to be the best
be a great baby mama.
101. Being a baby mom 101. That is wild. That is hilarious.
I'm crying.
What are you,
But really.
do you think you're detaching from currently?
I'm just detaching from situations that don't serve me. If it doesn't wish me well, you know what I mean? Or even like a lot of my family situations right now, I've been learning it's best for me to take a step back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because when I am in it, I end up being like spiraling. Like, you know what I mean?
It's so
an
heavy.
Emotional wreck because those are my people.
Right.
Like, you know what I
100%.
mean? Like, raise these raggedy ass siblings that I have, but those are my people. Like, you know what I mean?
That's your team,
and
no matter
I want to
what.
still love them.
Right.
Even though, like, they're not doing
journey.
The best for themselves.
Yeah.
I still want to love them. So I've literally been trying to detach from that and just detach from people that just, again, don't wish me well. Like, you know what I mean? Want to step back from that. I want to just detach from things that I want to jump
that
like
are
situations, right? If it's a situation that I feel like I have to jump at immediately, I don't want to be in that. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
What about you, girl?
Well, you know me. I've been on this unattachment theory for a long time, but I want to be able to unattach from people in a more graceful manner because, you know, I get real assertive. It's like, you're dead to me, you're done, don't know you, don't speak to me. That's it. Like, you cannot re-enter my life. And you've been a part of my journey forever, but like, you know, I've cut so many people off in a 1-year time frame. Not even. It's been like a good maybe 10 months of really cutting off so many people in so many relationships. And it was in such an aggressive manner. I think I need to process those things, process all of it's not a loss because none of them leaving my life has been negative. It's all been positive detachment, but just do it in a more graceful manner. And I think just more patiently instead of so aggressively because I've been sending out texts of like, you don't meet my expectation. You are no longer welcome in my life.
Right. Sometimes it's like an on or off for you.
It's
like,
always this way. I literally was just saying that to the person I'm in like with. Like, I'm such an extremist. It's love or hate, all or nothing. My therapist has tried to get me to work on that. She was like, it's not just black and white. Sometimes there is gray. And I'm like, sometimes you're a liar. Don't think so. Never experienced
Never
that.
heard that before.
Thanks, but no thanks. You can keep that.
Right.
But like, just really gracefully detaching from people. I want to do it softer.
Yeah.
I want to, you know, and not so much that I have to bend my boundaries of cutting them off, but just a little more grace, a little more ladylike.
Yeah.
Instead of that, like, real thug in text of like,
Bitch,
you're not welcome
you.
here.
Bye.
Wish you well in hell. And you can't come back.
No, that is hard to do though, because like you don't know, like you don't like. Sometimes I feel like I'm too hard on people when I do shit like that, or I'm too easygoing.
Right.
Like, you know,
and
what
then
I mean?
they try to
shit
push
slide.
it back every
But then
time.
they start fucking skating on my shit. Like, god dang, like
Cascade roll bouncing
like,
on this.
What the hell? That's what. Right. I used to be like in extremis like that. Like I used to pop off at the drop of anything that angers me.
I love it though, because I'm so chill.
Right.
I'm like, there's no in between, so don't push it, because you know you're going to hit that bomb. Right. And then you pushed it. My mom literally says, like, I don't start anything, but I end everything, and that's so true for me. Like, I could not care. You could be doing the craziest stuff in front of me, but once you affect me, you're getting a reaction. And then once you don't, hey, live your life. I'm cheerleading for you hardcore.
Because you got to show people not to fuck with you.
And it's like... Like, but why did I have to go this hard? Why couldn't you have just chilled?
Like at this big ass age, I thought we could just be here on our own, but obviously we can't.
Isn't it so crazy too? Like how the universe or God will show you, like you it is time to detach. Like, I remember when I was cutting somebody off, one of our cousins, and you were like, you been knew she was not beneficial. You just had to see it through. Like,
yes,
it really comes back full circle multiple times till you really embrace, like, this, it's time to detach.
The universe really is going to show you who you need at that point in your life and who you don't, because obviously you needed that person in your life for a reason. Many reasons, right? Good times, or just like, you know what I mean? That was what you're supposed to experience. I learned that a lot about us too, because I always like, within the last couple of months or so, all the things that we went through together and stuff like that, like, I definitely needed you, right? 100%.
I would have jumped the falls without you.
No, literally.
I was about to be gone.
Also, we've had times in our lives where we did not have each other. 100%. Like, you know what I mean? Nothing at all. Yeah. And then there were other times, like, before, we were
Isn't that, but that's like,
that's the craziest thing. That's how you know people are supposed to be in your life 100%. At certain times, right 100%. On time, every time. You know what I mean?
Funny because that's so extremist. Like, we're either completely out of each other's lives and not in a it's just from moving in life, or we are not your own journey, and we are not together,
right? And then we get back together, and it's like we never ever separated before. You know what I mean?
Somebody said that about you and I was like, I don't have to fill her in on the part she's missed. Like, she's right here with me at this part of the journey. Like, she's not attached to the outcome where she's trying to figure out, like, what did I miss? What was happening? Why didn't you tell me? Like, nope, she's right here with me.
It's okay. I always wondered.
Absolutely nothing fun without you. There was no fun had without Brittany. I need that on record. No fun. Boot camp style.
Right.
That was it.
No, same. Like, we lived lives, you know what I mean? We grew to be the fucking same bitches we were when we were fucking
We literally
5.
Are them. But, like, we were, but
like
me,
the
my
bad
hair,
bitch version.
You know?
Your hair.
Should I tell the peg?
No.
Should I tell the peg?
You don't have to.
I'm going to tell him because now...
Insert a picture. No, I'm just kidding.
We are not inserting a picture. However, there was a moment of... See, this is how I know. Like, I've always been strong-willed and did what I want to do, even at my own detriment.
You were tripping.
When I was 4, allegedly, I cut all my hair off. I cut 4 bald spots at 4.
The allegedly is killing me.
I've been saying that a lot lately. I don't know what I'm definitely not incriminating myself for things that are really not. Like, cutting my hair off at 4 isn't really...
What you gonna do about it?
Right. But I did cut all of my hair off. And it was crazy because me, you, and your sister had long curly hair. Extremely coily curly hair. Then I went to the bald.
It was wilding.
It was...
It was what?
It was kind of crazy. It was liberating. Like, it was just me taking back control. I won't have the hair.
Britney Spears, because no.
That's how I look. That is how I look. We're not inserting a picture. I have those in an archive. Brittany, every birthday, though, she will throw up one where it's close to that period. And I'm like,
It's just inbox me. I'll send it to you individually.
If you follow us on Instagram, you can see the picture in our story. I'll put the picture on our story for 24 hours.
100 reposts, I'm going to post it everywhere.
If our reel gets 1,000 views, we will post the pic.
I'm posting it.
Oh. But yeah.
Run that back.
I was going to do what I wanted to do no matter what. And then I cut 4 bald spots. And for 2 years, I looked at berserk. And
yeah, babe. Because you had a big head anyway.
I was a big head kid, yes, still. Mm-hmm. Still to this day. Still growing into my head.
To this day. To this day.
I remember how devastated my mom. Like, my yearbook pictures, like...
Oh, baby.
It was tough. That was a sad... I mean, I still am like, I'll liberate myself. I'll cut all this off right now.
Yeah.
See? Unattachment. That was a test. Unattached. Period. She is unattached. Uh-huh. She's a part of my journey, not the outcome.
Being in cosmetology, literally everybody be like, oh my God, you're cutting their hair. Hair literally has one job and one job only. It's to grow. Mm-hmm. But it don't do shit else.
This will grow.
It don't do shit else but grow. Like, that's
easy,
it.
Breezy,
except for
beautiful.
I feel like mine hasn't grown in a long time. But
vegan girl. Which is crazy because when we were little, you had the longest hair.
Longest hair. I don't fucking know.
Time to self-reflect.
Right. Like,
but don't. You don't need to go backwards.
Whatever. I don't want to be 5 anymore anyway.
And then my hair. Like, it just... Oh, the transition of that.
Yeah.
I mean... I'm kind of feeling, I'll go cut this right. I don't care.
Right.
I'm not attached to, like, I mean, I want to look good, but,
right.
like,
But
who cares?
it's just hair.
Who cares?
It's just hair.
I say
is
that till
hair.
it's gone again, and then I will be.
Right. No, right. I remember being at a fucking, a curl fest in New York City.
Yes.
So much fucking fun. It's just black people all over the place.
With
just
the
being
best.
black with their, like, just
Just
gracefully.
free.
I loved it so much. So nice, so cool. But, like, just go, you have such great hair. Oh, I wish my hair. No, all great hair is great hair. Okay?
Yeah, I hate, like, the students at my school that I work at, when they're like, I like your hair. I don't care how they look. I tell them I like their hair.
Yeah.
And some of their hair, I'm like,
right.
Why did your mom give you a bowl cut?
Shit,
But
right.
I like your hair too. Like,
yeah, because you have to teach that love
100%.
for other people. Cause then they end up like this, not able to detach from situations
so
that have
attached.
nothing. Like, why are you
none
so?
of your business.
No, exactly. Like, why
None
are
of
you
your
so
business.
attached with me cutting my hair? Oh my God, what are you doing?
Can you
I can't
imagine if the
believe that.
boomers had the, like, detachment, unattachment theory?
They would be mentally well.
They'd be so at peace. These years would be bliss.
Yeah.
But all up in somebody else's business right now, when you barely can send a text.
Don't do that.
Everybody has a lane.
And stay in yours.
Stay in yours. You made your choices. You made your bed, lie in it.
Yes.
Instead of trying to bed hop.
Lay in somebody else's bed. You're going to get bed bugs.
That's how bed bugs are spread. That is how bed bugs are spread.
You're going to get bed bugs.
Unattachment.
That's crazy. Yeah, I plan to practice that and keep practicing that.
Don't you love the journey of it?
It feels so good. Like, it literally feels like things are falling off of your shoulders.
Freedom. It's
like,
peace.
Yes.
It is peace.
It is. And, like, especially super anxious people, when you are so attached to other people's situations, your brain is running at a mile a minute. All of things that have nothing to do with you.
Nothing. Every worst case scenario.
Yeah, you're fucking stressed out because your mind filled with things that don't matter. It don't matter. No, it's easy to say I don't care, but actually putting the effort into literally not caring. Like, if they do text me back or if they don't.
Right.
Great. Awesome.
That should be a mantra. We need to make some mantras. I'm going to put them in the comments.
We really, really do.
Because you can't keep living an attached life to other people's lives. It goes nowhere. For your children, for your friends, for your spouses, for your side pieces. None of them.
Let go. That is the mantra for this
Let
episode.
that shit go.
Let that shit the fuck go.
Can't keep it up. You can't run in two lanes. You look crazy. You just beat bop back for
fucking Tasmanian devil head ass.
I mean, that's coming from someone extremely high strung. You cannot.
Literally. I've tried it. It's not fun. It's exhausting, actually. Especially if people that are negative people. If you're taking on their negative energy, you're literally, it's like a leech. It's draining all of your energy without giving you anything at all.
And it's like, be careful what you wish for. You're so in their lane, their roadblocks might hit you harder than them. And
terrible.
We have seen some friends, some people we care about, their roadblocks.
Literally.
They hit other people's roadblocks instead of their own roadblocks, and now they are in a pickle.
Now you're in a situation that you don't
never could imagine, right?
Literally. All because you didn't stay in your motherfucking lane. Shit. Yeah, hell, if I'm about to take on somebody else's bullshit, I only got my own.
I got extra.
I have enough to loan to other people. Like, please.
Right. Like, if you have that much free time, get a hobby. Or come get some tasks. I will make you a to-do list. I'm great with lists and organizing.
You are.
I love what? Thrive on a list.
You did that.
Thrive on routine.
No, literally.
Spiral off of it.
No.
So if you need a hobby, if you need something to do,
hit
me up. I will give you a chore.
I think journaling can help with that too. Like, you know what I mean? Because obviously you're not getting something from yourself. Like something is like you're lacking something.
100%.
That you have to involve yourself in something else. Write that shit write that shit down. That's what I got from my therapist. Write it down. Like, you know what I mean? And then you're able to self-reflect. And you're able to see what am I missing? Right. Like, you know, what from that situation do I need so bad? Figure it the fuck out.
Figure it out.
in the best and most loving way possible. Figure it out.
I have a quote in my room and it says, when you love what you have everything you need. Fix your mindset.
Plain and simple. Fix your mindset. That's
Mind
really
your
what
business.
it is. And be well.
Or go to hell.
Period.
Be well or go to hell.
Period. Because that's all that there is to it. You have so much fun.
Don't you wish, like, I feel like this is the best stuff for teenage girls. Like, being a teenage girl in high school and being wrapped up in other people's dramas and relationships and business. Like, girl, go apply a hair mask and some pimple cream.
Something.
Go drink your water.
Drink your water. Love on you.
Live on you. And you will
like
blossom.
you will be so much happier. Sometimes I write myself letters to like my little babies. So
see, I'm doing future.
She be needing shit. I'll be having to thank her for like
getting us through.
because
thanks for not quitting.
Thank you. So, like, you know what I mean? 100%. Like, so I wish that I knew the person that I am now. You know what I mean?
That's one thing I gained from therapy.
Much.
I write every year on my birthday
I seen that. I think that's
on New Year's. I write myself a letter on the birth. So I wrote. So for this birthday, for my 28, I wrote to my 29-year-old self, just telling myself what I wish for her, who I hope she is, what we overcame in this last year, what we're looking forward to for ourselves, and just telling ourselves. Myself, see, it's crazy,
right?
But every year I cry, and I like truly every year for my birthday. That's the thing I look forward to the most, and New Year's every year. Which my birthday and New Year's aren't far apart, but just getting those letters to me.
No, yeah, that's fire. Honestly,
it is till I'm like,
right.
We did not accomplish one thing off this.
Right,
but we're here.
There are other things.
There are so
like you know
always
what I mean.
So
there's
much more
always
gained.
Right. There's so many other things that I feel like that is just you loving yourself.
100%.
Taking accountability for the things that you haven't done, the things that you have done that you didn't think that would ever have. Because did you write this in your letter last year?
Right.
Probably not.
Nope.
This is
Could not
right,
say we gained that. Couldn't say we gained that.
No, I mean like the podcast like this. You know what I mean?
That was not in the letter.
Exactly.
That
so like you know what I mean? These are things like that.
But you know, I also have one that I did a 5-year, so I get to open it next July, and it's a 5-year letter, and I'm like,
oh, wow.
I could not, and that's the best part. From birthday to birthday, I don't even remember what I put in the letter.
Right.
I know I wished myself well.
You know?
I told myself like. But the 5-year, I cannot. I don't even remember how I addressed it. I know I always write, "Dear Ariana," and I love you. I see you. I am you. That's how I end it. But next July, my 5-year letter.
That's crazy.
Isn't
That's
it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm scared. I hope she didn't manifest too much crazy.
But you know.
It's gonna. I'm excited.
I'm sure the things that you wish for and hope for yourself have exceeded what has.
I didn't limit myself. And that's like the best part about the transition for those letters. I'm like, wow, you wished for this, but you wished for A, B, and you got A to N.
Like you literally got X. Like you know
literally
what I mean? Like
all of this.
Totally off of what you even thought, but it's so much better. And it was just for you.
Just for me.
Yes.
And it's even better because like the transition from those letters, I'm like, wow. You really gained, like, one, my writing skills are a little bit better. Shout out to me. But two, it's just like I'm just so much softer in those letters and like more mature, more well-wishing. I'm less narcissistic. No, I'm just joking. But, like, I'm definitely more wittier, too. I'm, like, got some puns going from me to me.
Yeah.
I'm a punny girl.
No, right.
And it's, like, I can't wait.
It's beautiful.
I might go write one today, a letter from...
Bitch, I might write me a letter, too.
You know? Hey, people should start that. It's free. I literally take, like, beat-up printer paper and any envelope I can find and seal it, and I write on the back. I write really specifically. I write my birthday and the time I wrote it. I don't open it on the time I wrote it from the year before, but I'm like, okay, December 19th at 11:55 a.m. Actually, the last one I did was December 19th, 11:54 a.m., which is crazy, but...
I actually probably have letters to myself for myself.
You should.
Because I get, like, journals and I lose them in my house. And
You
then
just
I
gotta go
like
on the scavenger hunt.
2018, 19.
Yep.
That was my letter year, okay?
Yeah.
That was my girl. You have to start journaling to yourself because you're not.
You got to get these out of
your
your
head.
head.
You know what I mean? So
Get it
I
out of
probably
your
have
head.
those actually.
Scavenger
I'd be
hunt.
looking at it like this.
Oh, no. When some of my journaling, I'm like,
Oh no, what did I say?
We need to burn this.
No, right?
I do not. Ooh, it's like when you write, a letter to someone you're leaving behind. You're like, that was a lot of feelings.
No, literally.
Reminds me of like Mean Girl? She doesn't even go here. No, that I'm not the same girl. Don't even count on that girl because I am not her.
Yeah. Long gone.
Unattachment, detachment.
Yes. Let that shit go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Be free.
Please. And you will be happy.
Until next time.
And this is an A&B Conversation.